Played with Thiago's dad, so I think that's helped Thiago putting his arm around him in the dressing room. Little things like that can help the younger players, and I think he's one that's benefited from that.
But he's one as well, you know, different types of player can play that position. He's not as physical, not as tall, and not as powerful as some, but the way he looks after the ball, the bravery in possession of the ball, the responsibility he takes is fabulous. And also, he will get stuck in at times. He's not afraid to get stuck in if he needs to.
Well, you know, he's lucky as a young lad, and he's got no fear. And, you know, long may he continue that. No, seriously, because it's a massive, massive thing. We won't really know about him until, you know, when he's played a load of games and then maybe has a few off games, and then you suddenly look at him and think, right, what you're going to do.
A home crowd for the first time. It is a home game, even though, as we say, it's some 30-odd miles down the road from the city of Liverpool. Well, but it's all about business now.
It is. I think when you look at that lineup, I mean, most people, like Liverpool supporters, probably looking at that lineup and thinking, well, that's maybe not far away from the starting 11 against Chelsea. But as I say, it's all about that kind of balance that we want, especially in these midfield areas.
Well, let's take a check on the Liverpool side that has been selected by Jurgen Klopp, and I think the most interesting thing is the selection of other acquisitions, and we are underway at Deepdale for as he makes a little dart forward here and gets on the end of it and finds Gakpo. He can't quite.
He's going to make the ones that are probably going to break the lines a little bit more from that deeper line.
Recognised from his time with Norwich City in England. That's a ball that's looking for Salah. And out will come Marcel Schuhen. Quite fine, Dominic Szoboszlai. Salah will nick that. Diogo Jota runs in. He's onside. And can't quite wrap his foot around the ball enough.
Well, it's a case of giving the ball away on both sides. Jota that gives up.
In control and able to find his goalkeeper.
You hinted at it as well, that when you've got a real football brain, and I think he has, that you more or less can play any position on it.
Dominic Szoboszlai with the corner. It's Luis Diaz who flicks, and it's Mohamed Salah who taps the ball home from right in front of goal. The simplest of tasks for the ultimate predator.
Well, Darmstadt, it's not good defensive play from them, is it really? The ball from Szoboszlai is a good one. It's a low, flat corner with plenty of pace on it, and they don't deal with it.
And Darwin Nunez with goals galore as well. Liverpool on. That's a good nick by Salah and Diogo Jota. 2-0 to Liverpool. If you want to play out from the back, you can't give it away like that. And Mohamed Salah's so quick on the press. And Diogo Jota says thank you very much. Quite the start this for Liverpool.
Well, been real positive start, but again, Darmstadt don't do themselves any favours whatsoever. You've got to be a little bit sharper, a little bit crisper in your passing, and from the back like that. I mean, Diogo Jota.
Well, Liverpool have been caught out here at the other end, and it's a fine finish by Matthias Honsack, and the Austrian halves the deficit. Liverpool caught cold, and Darmstadt answer back. Strap yourselves in.
Well, it's got to be one of these sort of games.
For the game that they love. Just getting rid of all the space. That's Alisson's clearance, which has gone straight against Fraser Hornby. Harmlessly out of play in the end, but Luis Diaz won't get there. The two of them together. Robertson was looking for Konate or Van Dijk in Szoboszlai with the strike, and it's blocked away and behind. Hornby challenging with Konate. Holland with the corner. Szoboszlai half away. Ooh, what a chance that is. Alisson could only look and hope as Zimmerman had the chance to shoot for goal.
Well, it falls.
It's a header back across goal by Clara, which is over the top. Nice little drift and turn. Hornby. Nürnberg. A pretty ugly looking challenge, but Jota is there. It won't come out to Gakpo, it will come to Luis Diaz. flick, will release the ball, and the flag goes up against Luis Diaz. This won't count. Certainly won't. Is Gakpo and Diogo Jota, and Szoboszlai with a lovely touch. Decent strike as well, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. Konate with plenty of time. Nicely done by Onsak. Eventually he's run out of room. A good win by McAllister. And Luis Diaz and Gakpo got the ball away from under his feet beautifully. Diogo Jota with the follow-up. Can only go right. This has been mainly their plan so far. And there's a little touch by Robertson. It's very, very deep round the back towards Zimmerman. Yeah, Schumann is coming. It's not a particularly good clearance. And the effort from Cody Gakpo. He's just really, really unlucky because he could just hit and hope that it came round. It didn't. And Salah. There's a little push in there, but get their shape sorted. Looking to hit that piercing through ball. It's quite Jared Gill. That's McAllister. This is Luis Diaz. It's a lovely touch and step. He just couldn't quite find that far corner.
Seen already in piece.
That's Diogo Jota, and it's Zimmerman away. We can guarantee if the ball's up in the air in the penalty. Nicely done by Onsak. Diaz, Salah. Here comes Andrew Robertson. Good read by Christoph Claret. Darmstadt, after a wobbly start, have repelled them. This is McAllister. That wasn't far away. From a pretty long way away.
Well, he has that ability to pick up.
Right at the moments later, Diogo Jota able to tap in.
The very heart of things.
I was going to say that's the story tonight, isn't it? This different role. Yes, we've seen him play there before, but for Brighton. We are on that. That's forward by Christoph Claret.
I think if anything,
challenge on Gakpo. This is Olan, and a little dink over the top. High, but internally, maybe higher. That's McAllister, and Diogo Jota's penalised again. Salah. Looking for Stolikovic to break. Marvin Mellon made the run, but Virgil van Dijk got back and across by Alisson. And he's quite something else, is Alisson Becker. This is Luis Diaz. And the shot straight forward for Liverpool, determined to play their way through. Nicely done. Carriage. Looking for Wilhelmsson.
Get a little bit exposed in these sort of positions.
Jota tried to release Robertson. He was well away.
Substitutions.
Here comes Luis Diaz, and it's well defended by Ridal. Dominic Szoboszlai with the corner. Whipped in towards the near post. That's a stunning finish. Luis Diaz with a quite brilliant little flick.
Well, we saw in the first half the danger that Liverpool possessed from that corner. Szoboszlai, again, he fires it in. You just watch Luis Diaz, he starts on the goalkeeper.
And Luis Diaz, oh, what a turn. And then the touch was by Darwin Núñez, who very nearly scores with his first touch. Luis Diaz, of the position of Doak, who dances around a defender as though he... Luis Diaz is doing his best to win the ball and cause problems. McAllister now Tsimikas. The defender does is Elliott and Doak and Elliott. That's Elliott. That's just a whisker away. Scored a couple of really special goals last season, most notable. Doak's determined to make something happen. Just couldn't quite. Shifts it one way then the other. McAllister will take over.